Hi everyone. So on our drive from Wilpenna to Marree, we've stopped in Farina. It's a little deserted town. There's a lot of ruins. There's a, I guess you'd call it a famous underground bakery. So this building just behind me here, you can actually walk down the stairs and have a look. The door is closed, but there's a fireplace and stuff inside. I'll see if I can get a photo and post it on for you. Other ruins in the background over there, and then if I pan around over here, there's more again over there. They're dotted all over the place in Farina. Wendy was saying that she doesn't know when, but there was a census that one year there was 50 people living here, and then the next year it dropped down to 15. So interesting little place. We're going to go for a bit of a wander and see what we can find. So this is one of the other ruins. So this was a hotel, a hospital, and then a boarding house along the way. So just head through here. Just one other thing about that bakery. It is actually open once a year. A couple of bakers come out here and set it all up and run it for a little bit of time while they're out here. So it is still actually a working bakery. But these ruins are pretty cool. There's an old bike down there. So we finished the day in Marree, which is the start of the Oodnadatta track as well as the Birdsville track. Unfortunately, the Birdsville track is closed. We were going to do that from Birdsville down to here originally, but obviously our plans changed and we ended up coming up through the Flinders Ranges. We'll head off on the Oodnadatta track tomorrow. As you can see in the background, there's a train. This is basically where the original Garn train line went, so we're going to follow that and we'll head up to William Creek tomorrow. We'll stop off in Coward Springs, where there's some warm springs bubbling out of the ground, so we'll check that out and then we'll see how we go. It's a nice little town. We had a bit of trouble getting I guess some form of accommodation. We went to the pub. They said because we weren't fully contained, they couldn't have us because everything is dirt, and as soon as any water gets on it, of course it turns to mud. So we've booked into the caravan park. We've filled up our underwater tanks, getting ready for tomorrow. All right, cheers guys. Morning everyone. So we're in Marree. It's 7:30 in the morning and Ethan has decided that he wanted to get up and go for a run around. There's these tennis courts, there's a basketball court over there. Obviously he's having a good old time running around. I've got a tennis racket as well, so I'm going to see if I can have a hit with him as the sun comes up. Today we're going to try and get on a scenic flight around Lake Eyre, go over the Mungo Man. If we can't get that, we'll probably just start heading down the Oodnadatta track. All right, so we'll see what's next. We're at Marree Airport. We hung around a little bit longer in Marree. We inquired about doing a scenic flight. We really should have booked it a lot earlier, but I wasn't on the ball with that one. But luckily enough, they've fitted us in for the day. So we're going to be going up in one of the aeroplanes that are in the background there. Not sure which one, but we're going to head over Lake Eyre and then also see the Marree Man on the way back. So I'll get some video and some footage while we're up there, and should be a good time.
an angel in the crowd where you guys are playing. We've been drinking, so now we're praying they don't find us, 'cause man, we're wasted. Feels like time is making fun of me, ticking away at the walls and I can barely breathe.
Good afternoon, everyone. So we finished up in Marree. We did our scenic flight, which turned out to be close to 2 hours of flying time. It was quite good. Lots of information from the pilot. We flew from Marree over to the north lake of Lake Eyre, absolutely full of water, over the South Lake, over the Marree Man, over the landscape and then back again. Little did I know that the Marree Man has only been there for about 20 years, so it was a bit of a non-event, to be honest. The flies at the moment are really getting annoying. This morning was the first day that I used a fly net, but yeah, we're probably about 45 minutes out of Marree, and we've pulled up at a free camp. As you can see, we've got train tracks in the background. That's where the old Garn used to run. We've got a dried up river directly in front of us, but this is where we're going to stay for the night. So from here, we'll head into Coward Springs in the morning, check out the springs, and then finish up in William Creek at the William Creek Hotel. All right, so I think I'm going to go and sit back and enjoy a beer, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hi everyone, so we've decided to stay in camp for an extra day, just so the kids can get a bit more schoolwork done. So we've got the solar panels all set up over here, got everything all good to go. One thing that we did find coming into camp yesterday is we've had a bit more damage underneath the van. So there's these little plastic tubes for our water. I'm guessing one of them has been hit by a rock because it's split, and also if I come over here, our grey water tank as well has been hit by a rock. As you can see, the end of it is all smashed off just there, so we'll have to get to a hardware store and get some bits for that. The other thing that I did find as well while I was looking underneath is we've got a little protector plate just down here that protects the valves and stuff in the back water tank. Same, that's been hit by a rock. I don't know why, but there's a tap on the end of there, so when I get to a hardware store, I'm going to get rid of that tap and just block that off. I'm also going to get a maybe a mud flap or something like that and put it in front of that grey water outlet, because obviously that's quite exposed. So I'll get that stuff sorted out. Again, the flies are absolutely terrible today, so I've decided to go with the fly net while I do this work. The kids are inside with Wendy doing some schoolwork. But yeah, we'll see you soon. Good morning, everyone. So we've packed up camp. We've done pretty well. It's just before 10 o'clock. We spent the last 2 nights here. It got a little bit windy. There's quite a few rain clouds that are starting to build up. So we're heading off down the Oodnadatta track now. Our first stop is going to be probably Coward Springs, which is a natural warm spring fed from a artesian bore. Mm-hmm. And then tonight we'll either be camping next to Lake Eyre or at William Creek. Yeah, so you guys enjoy it? Yeah.
Campsite was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Except for the amount of flies and how late they actually left.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to just leave after the sun goes down.
You can also see.
They're super friendly.
Yeah, lots of them.
There's also a bridge that has water on it, and you can climb up to the top of the bridge.
Yeah, we did go for a walk over to the bridge and have a bit of a look.
And
Easy.
also,
Game.
So we've just left camp and got a few minutes down the road, and we have found the Outback sculptures. So we're going to go and check them out. There's a couple of aeroplanes. There's a cow over there. There's a bonnet with a whole bunch of stickers on it. So we'll go and have a look and see what's there, and then back in the car again. It's starting to rain, so hopefully it's not going to be a terrible day with mud and everything, but let's see how we go. Found a nice little lookout right next to Lake Eyre, so we've stopped to grab a couple of photos. Looking at it, it is so big, it just looks like you're looking at the ocean. So it's amazing that it's full of water at the moment. The flies are getting very, very friendly. I think that's going to be the theme for a while. All right, we'll continue on to Coward Springs. So along the Oodnadatta track is Coward Springs. Coward Springs has been one of those places that everybody has continually talked about. It's a artesian basin hot spring. So we've just changed into our swimmers. We're going to go and check it out. And then we'll probably come back and sit down and have a coffee or something like that. I've heard that this one is quite small, but we'll go and check it out. So this is the spring. It's probably about 2 meters by 1.5 meters. Not a very big place, but we'll jump in, see how warm it is and check it out and try and get away from some of these flies. Afternoon everyone. So we're halfway up the Oodnadatta track. We've stopped off in William Creek, just grabbed a drink and a bit of food, and then we're going to continue on. And we'll set up camp for the night. So it's pretty much just a pub and a campground. There's an airfield over the back there to do scenic flights, but that's about it. So we're going to continue on all the way up to Oodnadatta. Set up camp for today. I just want to show everybody how many carriers on we have. We've spoken to a few of the local people around, and they said that the flies this year are the worst they've been for a very long time. What do you reckon, Ethan?
they're so bad. Over to Olivia.
Ollie, what do you reckon?
Yeah, they're really bad.
They're really bad? Alright. There's plenty of them around. So it's actually just starting to rain, so we're going to get inside and start cooking some dinner. See you tomorrow. Morning everyone. So last night we just stayed in camp. Pretty much it's just an open area where anybody can camp anywhere. We were the only ones here. I think it's called Box Creek Campground. It's about 30 or 40 minutes outside of William Creek. So we just watched a movie and played a bit of Uno, had some dinner and crashed out. Absolutely loving the sunrises and the sunsets out here, as you can see with that one well up into the sky by now. As Mr. Kerrigan said, how's the serenity? Loving that. There's plenty of birds, plenty of other animals. We found some camel tracks through camp as well, so there's plenty of camels around. We got our first lot of red dust inside the camper, which we've cleaned up with. We think we've figured out where it's coming from, so we'll try and seal that up as we go. But today we're going to jump back on the Oodnadatta track and head up to the Pink Roadhouse. Talking to the guys at William Creek and also at Coward Springs, they've both said that this part of the track is more scenic. There's more ruins and stuff along the way. Obviously, we're following where the old Garn used to run as well, so the train line, plenty of train ruins. So we'll check all those out along the way and get up to the Pink Roadhouse and stay the night. The Giants are playing the Suns today, so hopefully we'll be able to catch some of that on the TV. If not, we'll just try and see where we can stream it from. But yeah, nice and quiet, no one around. It's been a great trip so far. Let's hope that we can continue it on that way. Cheers. We're almost up to Oodnadatta, so we've stopped off at the Algebakina bridge. So the kids are just up there having a bit of a look. And if I pan across, again, still following the old Garn, it crosses over the river and then continues on. So we'll go for a bit of a wander and check it out. Hey everyone, so we've made it to Oodnadatta. We stopped off in the Pink Roadhouse, grabbed a burger for lunch, filled up with fuel. We're going to continue on down the road a little bit further and set up camp, and then tomorrow we head to Coober Pedy. Hey everyone, so we had a bit of a change of plans. We had a look at some of the 2 free campsites at Oodnadatta, and they were pretty average. Can't really say that we felt too safe there. So we continued on. We've stopped at a farm stay. I can't remember the name of the station, but I'll put it on the screen when I put this together. As you can see, sun's going down. We have set up camp just here. I'm just about to start cooking dinner. There's a couple of other caravans and campers and stuff here. We're going to stay here for 2 days, or 2 nights, sorry. Let the kids do a bit of schoolwork if these flies would bugger off. Do some schoolwork and then head into Coober Pedy on Tuesday, where we've got a motel stay, which is an underground motel. And then from there, we've got another campsite booked. We're going to spend a couple of days there. But we came in through the Painted Desert, and the rock formations and stuff there are pretty cool. So hopefully after the kids finish up a bit of schoolwork in the morning, we'll head out there and check it out. But we've done the Oodnadatta track pretty much the whole way. Stopped at all the different ruins and bridges and stuff. It was pretty cool. Now that I've done it, don't need to do it again. The hot springs at Coward Springs, same thing, done it, don't need to do it again. The flight over Lake Eyre and the Mungo Man, done it, don't need to do it again. It's been a really enjoyable couple of days. The scenery from Flinders Ranges up to here has been pretty cool. It did change quite a lot. But yeah, now we'll spend a couple of days here and just relax for a bit and get the kids through a bit of schoolwork. We've had more dust come in through the camper, so we're going to have to try and track that down and get that sealed up. But yeah, so we'll sit back and enjoy the sunset, cook up some dinner and go and explore tomorrow. See what's next.